All right, now let's take a look at this morning's top stories.
What you need to know before you go.
The Woodbury County Board of Supervisors is moving forward in support of two projects. The board signed a letter of support to build a substance abuse treatment center in Sioux City through Agape Community Services. The second letter of support is for the construction of a new child care facility through Mobile Community Development Authority Incorporated. Both organizations are applying for grants from the Missouri River Historic Development. The board's letters of support will help fulfill grant application requirements.
So we believe that these agencies will help with our workforce, help with having fathers in the home, making sure there's quality child care available so that moms and dads can feel safe with their kids, in a safe facility, which we know will help our communities and our rural residents grow, and it'll help attract more young families to Woodbury County.
The board has also pledged $150,000 of support to both organizations.
And a group of South Dakota state lawmakers toured the damage from last year's historic flooding at McCook Lake. Around 10 legislatures checked in on recovery work at the McCook Lake Island property and along North Shore Drive. With work still in progress, some of the lawmakers say they plan to do all they can to help from the state level.
We've been doing the best we can as the local representation on state government to lift up the voices of people affected, people that live here, to our legislative colleagues in state government.
When it comes to McCook Lake specifically, myself and Senator Davis and Representative Schormer are just 3 of 105 legislators, and when you want to get some legislation through, you need to have other champions in the legislature, right? I mean, it takes a majority vote to get something done, or 2/3 when it comes to an appropriations bill.
And officials with the McCook Lake Eisenwalden League say they hope the group took home a new perspective on last year's flooding.
All right, staying in the Rushmore state, a new law taking effect on July 1st is leading one Vermilion family to close their bookstore's doors and move elsewhere. The Phalens opened outside of a dog, books, and games 4 years ago. They chose Vermilion because it was a safe community to raise their children. But on July 1st, a state law requiring transgender people to use the bathroom matching their sex assigned at birth will go into effect, and that will impact their trans daughter.
One of the biggest things is if you have to question where you can do a very basic biological function when you're out in the world, not knowing, can you go to a rest stop? What if you're at the library? What is state owned? What is not state owned? And to have that at fear, that's not something that we as a family can live with.
The parents say they see the new law as government overreach from the state, overruling Vermilion's local policy.
Vermilion was the only community in South Dakota that had a transgender affirming bathroom policy. And for all that our local legislators talk about local control, as soon as that got passed, the state government said, no, local control doesn't apply to this. We don't want trans people to be able to use the bathroom in Vermilion.
The Phalens are not sure where they will go next, but they say it definitely won't be in South Dakota. All right, one last check on that forecast. When's that rain coming down?
Well, we're seeing it right now, continuing to see those moderate to heavy pockets of rain working through. Those will continue to push through the rest of our morning. Going to be a soggy day out there today as we see those temperatures into the mid-80s for our afternoon. Showers and some storms carry over into our Wednesday night and Thursday. We do see a severe weather risk this afternoon, so stay weather aware with that. And then we finally start to dry out heading into the weekend. Temperatures into the upper 80s and low to mid 90s Friday and Saturday, then cooling off again with some more shower and storm chances, drying off as well into next week. Those temperatures going to stay in the mid and upper 80s, so going to stay rather warm, but we're going to have great weather for maybe heading to the pool. I know it's not been the best pool weather.